Hiya, how are we doing, folks? It's your favorite time of the week, the time we've all been waiting for, the time you've beat the fuck around you to get home to watch. That's right, everyone, it's time for the most game show ever. Last week we had to bid a fond farewell to the winner, Steve, as we sent him off in a Viking burial as a penalty for losing the Beehive quiz round. Now we move on with only 5 brave contestants left to our next edition of the show. Let's check in with our contestants and see how we're all doing. Victoria, how are we feeling today? That's great to hear, Victoria. Lydia, how are we feeling today about the show?
I hope I keep off if I win.
Well, we'll show you the prizes in a wee bit, folks. It could be what you're looking for. William, how are we feeling today?
I had a very melancholic day.
Isn't that real sad? I hope that this show will serve to cheer you up and make you just a wee bit more chipper, because that's what you're getting paid to do on the show, alright? Alright? Jacob, how are we feeling today? Promotional. That's what I like to hear, folks. And last but not least, little Archibald, how are you feeling about how far we've come thus far?
Yeah, pretty good.
Anything else, anything at all springs to mind?
I need to be done by 4.
Thank you, Archie, for your wonderful and insightful thoughts. Well, folks, let's kick things off on a high note with a beloved, popular, fan-favorite round. That's right, it's Glycosaminoglycan! Oh, isn't it great? Isn't it great? Isn't it great? Just a quick refresher on the rules here, folks. You'll be given a receptacle, which will be passed around to each contestant, inside which will be a super special, secret, awesome task hidden on a slip of paper. Your job is to read your task, understand, and devise a wonderful, captivating, and innovative performance in order to win max points. So, it's really important that you don't show the slip to anybody else. It's your slip, just for you, me, and the thousands, millions, billions of other people watching at home right now. So let's pass around that receptacle, folks. Now everybody's gotten their slips and read their instructions. It's time to see what our beautiful, innovative, creative, illustrious, original, never before seen, gorgeous contestants will come up with. Take it away, Jacob.
George Brett.
Well, Archie, my buddy, old pal, old chum, old friend, old brother, old friend, old chum, old pal.
Yep.
You feel ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's see. ready? Thank you, Victoria. Well, Lydia, let's see what you have to offer us.
I've actually got some pretty bad news for everyone. We can't film here anymore. We're gonna have to go somewhere else.
What do you mean? What do you mean we can't film here anymore? If we just go this way, out this way?
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Sorry folks. This is so
You kind of scared me.
this is really embarrassing actually. If we just go out this way, and then it'll be great. And then we can and then we can do it. Come on. Now is everybody here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And it's on the wheel, isn't it? It's on the wheel. Roll you. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
It's time we end this once and for all, folks.
Each participant wearing a hat tries to knock off with sword the hat of another while defending themselves with their own sword against the attempts of the opponent.
How's this gonna work?
Folks, I've never seen anything like this before. Well, folks, I suppose it's too far gone for me to stop it now. Fight! I think I'm gonna call a stalemate. I think I'm gonna call a draw, folks. Congratulations. Lydia and Victoria for being the winners of the duel. Let's head back to the studio, folks. And we're back, folks. It's time for yet another round. This time, we're delving into something a little bit different for the show, folks. Something we've never seen before. It's sure to be interesting. It's sure to be... What is that? Is that a phone? Victoria, is that a phone? Did you seriously fucking bring your phone on this and not even fucking turn it up? You know what? Answer it. Answer it. I'm sure everybody would love to hear what you have to say.
In the 1800s, the fine art world in Europe was revolutionized by the highly controversial Impressionist style of painting. The movement was characterized by its depiction of changing environmental light, unusual angles, and feathered, visible brush strokes, which reveal the authorship of the artist. Using the fine art materials provided, create your own 90 seconds impression of this egg on the ground.
Oh, what a beautiful display of sheer, original, artistic talent. Let's take a closer look at everybody's delightful impressions of our eggy little companion, so we can assign those coveted max points. Jacob, if you'd like to tell us a little bit about your impression.
So then there's the egg, then there's me, then there's the floor, the weeds, and I didn't have enough time to do everyone, but I did Max, Will, Archie, and then I also did the demon.
How could we forget the demon, folks?
No.
An integral part of the ensemble. Thank you, Jacob. That's
okay.
beautiful. Archie?
Yeah, I didn't know what impressionism was, so I thought, well, what's my impression of what the egg is thinking and feeling? So I did the egg, and I tried to make it like realistic, but then I did a slightly less realistic version of what I think is going on in the egg's head, and it's dreaming about what it could have been if it was allowed to be born. And then it's quite a nice scene, but then I've made sure to have like the fiery pits of hell just underneath to like represent the fact that it didn't become alive, and it did in fact become an egg on the floor.
That's a very powerful and original impression,
Thank you.
Archie. William?
Hi Max.
Hi, Will. Can you tell us a bit about your impression?
So, I thought about what it meant to be an egg, and an egg is everything, really. It's life, its beginning, its end. So what I did, and it's very much part of nature. So what I did, I scribbled crayons on the textured floor to try and get different textures in the egg, and then put different colours into it because everything's in an egg. And then finally, I decided to throw some of my Monster Ultra, not sponsored, and just to make it sort of leak out and bleed, because in a way, the egg has bled. It's bled not only for us, but for itself, and that's what I tried to do with this piece of art. I call it Le Lume, which is egg in French.
I'm pretty sure it's an egg.
Sorry. I got a wee bit away there. I got ahead of myself. Will, that's lovely.
Thank you.
Will, that's really beautiful.
Thank you. I'm an impressionist artist outside of this.
That's gorgeous. Lydia?
Okay, so when I saw this egg, it kind of reminds me of when Mummy and Daddy are fighting. So first I thought eggs are boring, but I want them to be blue. So I made it blue. And then that's Mummy when she gets really angry. And that's Daddy over there. And you can see how it gets like whiter further back. Like, so unlike the white parts, like I'm going further away because they don't love each other anymore, they don't talk to me. And that's why I want to get my prize. So I was thinking, if I move away from them, I can get the prize. So I was kind of wondering what the prize was and if this could get a prize.
Thank you, Lydia. Thank you. Victoria? Do you want to explain that?
The egg is blue to represent my sadness at the egg being killed on the floor. The red represents me killing you and splattering your blood around the egg for killing my best friend. But I will do with that piece of glass.
Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Well, these are certainly some very interesting, original, impressions. But you know, one of them really impressed. Me the most. So that's whose impression I will be awarding the max points to. The most impressive impressionist impression in the impressionism round that made the most impression on me was the impression of Will and his impressionist impression of the impression of an egg, which he made an impression of in the impressionist round in which you make impressions. Will, what do you feel about winning the coveted max points in the impressionist round?
Very happy to have won. I'd like to not only thank myself, but also myself. Thank you.
Truly, at the end of the day, are we not our own best friend, but also our own worst critic?
Deep.
And now we've gotten our 2 competition rounds of the day out of the way, it's time, yes that's right folks, it's time to take another look at the scores on the doors. Well folks, here we have it. In 5th place thus far, with a very measly 3 max points, we have Victoria. With 4th place, with a fairly average 27 max points, we have Jakob Taylor-Black. In 3rd place, with a rather impressive thus far 347 max points, we have Archie. In, get this, joint second, unprecedented here folks, in joint second with 3,463 max points, we have Will and Lydia. Isn't that just crazy, folks? Who's first then? Who's first? Who's first then? Who's in first? Who's in first? Who's in first place? Ladies and gents, with 8,700,000 726.7 max points. It's Steve.